If this Easter holiday has you feeling a little bit disappointed and maybe a little discouraged and frustrated because you're not able to do the things you had hoped and planned to do today, keep watching because I'm going to talk to you today about how you can still have a meaningful and joy-filled Easter regardless of what your circumstances are.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Happy Easter. My name is Danielle and I'm so glad you joined me today. I want to take a few moments today and just encourage you and talk to you about how you can have joy in this holiday today and how you can have a meaningful Easter no matter what your circumstances are. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button down below. Please like this video and share it if you find that it has value to someone that you know. And don't forget to ring my bell because I do put out new videos every Monday, but sometimes more often. And if you ring that bell, you'll get notified every time I put out a new video. I realize that Easter is a holiday that a lot of us look forward to, going to church, maybe seeing family, doing some traveling, but this year in April of 2020, when a lot of us are still quarantined, we're maintaining that social distance due to the pandemic that's going on in the world right now, we're not going to be doing those things. And that can have a lot of us feeling discouraged, maybe disappointed, really feeling sad, but I want to encourage you that you can still have a meaningful and joyful Easter even under those circumstances. Now, the way that I really found for myself that I was able to do this was by reading the story of the resurrection found in the Gospel of Luke in the Bible. Now, before you click out of this video because you're not someone that wants to read the Bible, maybe you've never read the Bible, maybe you're not interested in hearing a long-winded religious type of chat, this isn't that. And the reason I bring this up is because I believe the story of the resurrection has so many parallels and so much encouragement to what we are currently facing right now in our situation today, and I want to talk to you about that. So I'm going to try and link those Bible verses down below, but even if you don't own a Bible, if you've never read the Bible, you can find it online. Just Google Luke chapters 23 and 24 in the Bible. If you Google it online, you will find it. But to really understand the story of the resurrection, we actually have to go back to Luke chapter 23 towards the end, where we read about Jesus' crucifixion and death. And when we read that story, we find out that when he died, a lot of people then realize he is who he says that he was. He is the Son of God. He is the Savior. They really realized that. But the people that were closest to Jesus, that really knew him and loved him well, really stood away from the situation. They kind of backed away and just watched everything unfold, and there wasn't a lot said about the emotions they were feeling, or that they were weeping, or that they were openly really distraught. And I think that's maybe because they were in some shock. Maybe they couldn't process what was actually happening. Maybe they weren't really ready to absorb what was really going on. And I think that's true for a lot of us today. I bet for a lot of us, when this pandemic started unfolding, we started hearing more about it in the news, and then when they were telling us we were going to have to maintain social distance and a lot of things started changing in our normal routines, we really stood back and just kind of watched in disbelief. We weren't ready to absorb it. We didn't know how to process it. We didn't know what to do. At least I know that's how I felt when my place of business closed because of the virus. It really hit me hard, and I just kind of was in disbelief. I was kind of in some shock. I didn't really know how to process it and what to do. And I wonder if that's the way the people that were closest to Jesus felt when they watched him die. Now, if we look at chapter 24 of Luke and we look at the resurrection and we find out what happened when the people that were closest to Jesus found out that he had risen from the dead, of course, some of them were really excited. They were happy. They wanted to rush off and tell everybody. And what was interesting about that, we find out in the Gospel of Luke in chapter 24, the people that found out first that Jesus had risen from the dead, they were really happy and joyful, but they had been told that he was going to rise from the dead. They had been told that his death was temporary, but either they didn't believe that to be true or they had forgotten. And I think this is really important and key, because when we face really challenging situations, when we are in our darkest of times, it is temporary. It's not forever. It's not our whole life story, and we forget that. Sometimes when we are navigating through the darkest, most challenging of times in our lives, it's really easy to lose sight of the fact that the situation we're in is temporary. It isn't forever. And I think seeing that the people in Jesus's life forgot that, or maybe they didn't want to believe that, but they remembered as soon as he rose from the dead, they remembered, oh yeah, this was temporary. We were told that this was going to happen. Now, the other important component to this story that I found really interesting was that while some people were really excited, they wanted to tell everyone, there were people in Jesus's life when they were told that he rose from the dead, they didn't believe it. They thought that it wasn't true. They couldn't see it. Even though a miracle had unfolded right before their eyes, they couldn't see it. They didn't want to believe it. And I think that's really important, because I think sometimes when we're facing really challenging, difficult situations, there are miracles in our life that happen, and there are miracles waiting to unfold, but we can't see them. We don't want to believe it, or we just can't see them because we are so focused on our challenges. We are so focused on the most negative parts of the situation we're in that we can't see the miracles. And that's really important, because we really need to have a paradigm shift, and we really need to change our focus so that we can really see the miracles that are waiting in our situation to happen. I believe that Easter is a time of new beginnings and miracles, and right now you're probably thinking, I am not thinking about new beginnings and miracles because I'm thinking about how I'm going to navigate this situation financially because I lost my job, or I'm thinking about my health because I'm sick, or I'm thinking about the fact that I've just recently lost a loved one, or whatever challenge you're facing in this current situation. Even though you're probably not thinking about miracles and new beginnings, I want to encourage you, now is the best time to really think about that, because of the fact that the majority of us are out of our normal routine. We do have more time. What new beginning can you have in your life right now? Whether that's a new endeavor you want to start, whether that's something new you want to try that you have always wanted to try but never had the time to do, whether that's a new attitude you want to embrace, whether that's a new habit you want to start, whatever it is for you, let me know in the comments below. For me, my new beginning is the birth of my YouTube channel. I really want to hear from you. What is your new beginning that you want to embrace during this time? And with that being said, I believe that in every situation there's a miracle waiting to happen, and I believe that that still happens today in our modern world. I believe that every one of you watching has a miracle in your life waiting to happen. And I am praying for that for you. I believe that that's going to happen for you, and you just have to believe it. You have to trust God that that's going to happen. That is really the way for me that I was able to really find joy and really find the meaning behind this Easter holiday this year. I really hope that this inspired you. I hope you were able to find some meaning in what I talked about today. You know, the other thing I'm really thankful for is in our current situation, in this pandemic, I live in the United States, in the Midwest. This could have happened at a different season. We are going into the springtime right now, which means that there's more sun, there's no snow. I'm able to get out and be physical and walk around and enjoy nature. I'm able to enjoy fresh air and sunshine. Had this happened in the dead of winter, I would not have been able to do that, and I'm really grateful and thankful for that. Also, this Easter holiday also happens to be my son's 15th birthday, and he's been so great about this. He hasn't asked for anything. He hasn't expressed any disappointment or sadness because we're not able to go and do anything. He's just grateful and happy that we're all going to be together, and to me that's a really big blessing. So as I said before, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, please share this video, hit that like button and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Let me know how you're going to spend your Easter holiday. Let me know what new beginning you're going to embrace. And also, if you feel like you want to do it, wish Isaac a happy birthday. I'm sure he'd love that. He does read my comments on my channel. He's really excited. My whole family has been really supportive about me starting my channel. So if you feel like you want to do that, that would be really encouraging to him. And with that, I want to wish every one of you a blessed Easter. Thank you for joining me. And don't forget to make your everyday, ordinary life extraordinary. I'll see you in my next video. Today, as I sit outside to talk to you, I'm actually freezing, even though it looks really nice and I can't feel my hands, but I'm gonna do my best and still do this video for you, even though my hands are completely numb.